Call the meeting order. Everyone please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, please call.
Burgess.
Here.
Gordon.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Hoskins.
Here.
Washington. Here. Williams. Here.
All right, with that, number 2, public comment. All questions and comments must be directed to the mayor. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to comment on a topic on agenda items only. Each speaker will be allowed 1 opportunity to speak. Anyone have something, please come to the podium. Jim's got it. Oh, is it?
Here, and this has nothing to do with the agenda, but I wanted to say everybody here on this meeting where we're only allowed to speak about what's on the agenda. The following meeting, when we have questions that are pertinent, there's no department heads here. Therefore, I have turned to FOIAs, and I know what you're saying about FOIAs, and I understand what you're saying about FOIAs, but in order to get straight answers without having to wait, without having to go through the rigmarole, I've turned to FOIAs because department heads aren't going to get the question. That's it.
Okay. And again, department heads are at work 5 days a week. So if you have a question, I would encourage you to come and meet with them, or at least call and see if you can schedule a appointment if you have questions with department heads. But again, filing a FOIA is your right. So if you don't feel like you're getting the answers, that's something you can do. So, other than that, anything else? Seeing no one at the podium, we'll move to item number 3, reports from officers. And we've got the mayor's report. Tonight, a proclamation. I probably should have read this before I started. Proclamation for the National Fair Housing Month. Whereas the Village of Stock Village finds a multicultural community, provides a rich resource of human skills, experiences, traditions, and worldly perspectives, thus making it a better community. And whereas the Village of Stock Village welcomes all people to join our residents as neighbors, volunteers, and leaders to strengthen our community, adding value to our citizens. And whereas the Civil Rights Act of 1968, Title 8 Fair Housing, was enacted by Congress in April of 1968 with a vision to create truly open and integrated communities, make illegal the practice of discrimination based upon a person's race, color, religion, and sex, and amended in 1989 to include a person's disability and family status. And whereas the Village of Stock Village has enacted protection from discrimination based upon these same classifications in order to sustain a multicultural character of our residents and pass on our community to the next generation of homeowners as one which exemplifies the true American value that all are created equal. Now therefore, I, David A. Hanks, Mayor of the Village of Stock Village, hereby proclaim April 2014 as Fair Housing Month in the Village of Stock Village in recognition of the 46th anniversary of the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 by the United States Congress. I further call upon residents to mark this month to renew their commitment to ending discrimination, improving human relations among all people, and celebrating our valued multicultural environment. Dated this 11th day of March, 2014. Thanks. With that, we move to item number B, Village Clerk, Ms. Betty.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to remind everyone that the email alerts are becoming more and more of a necessity rather than just something we'd like to have. A lot of last minute information comes through the village that a lot of residents do not become aware of. For example, several people asked me if Francis Cardinal George was coming to St. James Church on Sunday. I found out about it at 8:30 on Saturday morning. I had no clue. These are things our residents want to know. Our residents want to know about, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that there was an event that some committee had or the village held that only 20 or 30 people came, and their thing to me was, well, we didn't know about it. So I'm reaching out to everybody again and again and again to please, department heads, committees, residents, businesses. I'm going to be going door to door if I have to with the businesses and doing whatever I have to do. The churches are having several events coming up, which I'm sure Rose is going to touch on. United Church of Christ, Church of God is having an Easter egg hunt. There's little things like that. And we just need to let our residents know what's happening in our community. And if the email alerts is one of the fastest, best ways to do it, then I'm willing to do that. But I want people to work with me. I need to get the information in order to pass it out to the residents. And second of all, I just want to thank personally Jim Zarek from Robinson Engineering. He has taken on the task once again of making sure that our CDBG application was detailed and ready to go. By the time he handed it to the mayor and I, it was pretty much a done deal. So we just had to touch it up a little bit. And without his assistance, we wouldn't be getting almost $400,000 worth of funding. So personally, I'd like to thank you for taking a lot of burden off of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Move to village attorney, Attorney Michael Kraft.
Thank you, Mayor. No report.
Move to village engineer, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, that's 3 mics down.
Yeah.
I will speak loudly. First of all, in response to the request last meeting, I contacted the Norfolk Southern Railroad to ask about repair of that railroad crossing at Torrance Avenue that has been bothering us for months, years. So the gentleman I talked to knew exactly why I was calling when I talked to him, and he said, okay, I'm going to get some cold patch out there. I'll get it repaired right away. I see it has been repaired, and they have plans to demolish those tracks as soon as the asphalt plants open. So they'll rip the tracks out, and they'll pave over them, and it will be end of story. So just hang on for a month or two, it should be done and over. Also, in regard to the delineators that were wiped out by the snow plows, and Mike experienced some additional delineators being wiped out with this coming blizzard. Just so you know, there is a stock of extra delineators that Public Works has as part of the CN funds that were received. So those will be replaced, and everything that's been wiped out within 1 year of when the delineators were installed will be replaced as warranty items from the directly from the railroad. I'm sorry, from the delineator supplier. So that's their warranty term. They get a 1 year snowplow warranty. So those will be replaced. We give them to Public Works. Public Works just has to install them. And then finally, just an update on the treatment plant construction. Demolition is continuing at well 3, and the piping and approximately 40% of the iron filtered vessel have been removed at that plant. So they are trucking along there.
What was removed? I'm sorry. I repeat, what was removed?
The piping and approximately 40% of the iron filter vessel.
Thank you.
And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Trustee Rich.
Yes,
I saw you on the mic, so.
I just wanted to say, Jim, I appreciate that. I did bring it to your attention last week, and within a week's time, I just want everybody to know that he took care of that railroad track. That was just in 1 week's time. So, I mean, just to show you that he's been on top of that, because it was kind of a dangerous situation because the rebar was exposed, and that's all we needed for that to come loose, and we would have a big problem. So I appreciate you taking care of that, and then also the delineators situation. I don't know if we want to put them back right away because we're supposed to have snow tonight. So I I hate to say that word, believe me. But we're supposed to have some precipitation. So I'm just, maybe we may have to wait on that, but I really appreciate those 2 days that we brought to your attention. Thank you.
Trustee, we talked about your rules for better words.
Yeah, that's it.
So, you know, Jim, too, the other thing that we need to start taking into consideration is on Route 30, they're getting ready to start construction of the bridge going over the railroad tracks. I don't know if Robinson Engineering is involved in that, but that's going through Linwood,
Oh, yeah.
going into St. Lane.
Yeah.
So we're expecting probably a lot of the traffic being deterred down South Trail to get around that area. So I think probably as department heads, and especially our engineering involved, we should start planning for that closer we get to that construction started. So maybe we get some meetings together, how we're going to address the additional traffic flow coming down South Trail. So, all right. And also getting key people we need to contact in case the road starts to, we start seeing additional potholes or stuff like that because of additional traffic. All right. Move to item number 4, reports of trustees and board committees. Move to Parks and Recs. Trustee Boston.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, first of all, back in the back table, I have flyers for the mobile pantry that will be here on March 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. That will be giving away fruits, vegetables, non-perishable groceries. That will be a one-time only event, and it's open to all residents of Cook County. So if you have any questions, you can call the Food Pantry Depository at 773-247-FOOD, and they give you more information. That will be March 25th, Tuesday, March 25th, right before the meeting, from 4 to 6 p.m. I also have in the back that we're going to have a family game night over at the community center on April 4th. That will be starting at 6 p.m. We're inviting all people to come on out, bring friends, bring your family, bring games, get together as a community, play games, and have some fun. I know we have over there several games, but the flyers in the back, so you can look at those to see what we have. I also have a flyer back there for programs that I'd like to see get started over this summer. Well, it turns out already that we're going to have a basketball program again in the summer. Registration is going to start this Saturday during the games. You can register for the summer one, plus during the month of April we'll be taking registrations. At the same time, I've had some parents come forward who are willing to run a cheerleader program, so we will have cheerleaders for our basketball teams if we can get people to sign up. Those flyers will be coming in the next week or so. Also, along with the plan, we're going to have a Easter egg hunt over at the community center on April 19th from 1 to 3 p.m. Everybody's welcome to come out to that. And our basketball program is continuing on. We have 3 more weeks to go for our March Madness, and March 20th to 29th will be a tournament games where we'll decide who's the winner for the year. And that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee. Beautification Committee, Trustee Morgan.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to let everybody know the beautification committee met last Sunday. One of the things that we discussed I want to key on is the community garage sale. We are going to be having it June 14th. And I know that's a little bit ahead, but what I'd like to do is ask the mayor and the board, is it possible if we could secure that land where the Sunshine Festival is, if we could ask the state. You have to write a letter to that?
Right on. We'll send it to Senator Newt's office.
Okay.
He usually helps us put a house in
Okay. All right, so I'd like to do that. And also, the beautification committee is looking for volunteers, so if anybody would like to help out or join the committee, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. That's it.
And you move to Ordinance Review Committee, Trustee Reiner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a brief report. Last committee meeting, I was requested to review some ordinances. The committee met Friday at 7 p.m. and we went through your one ordinance that we're having found tonight that will amend section 18-29 for fees, section 10-40 for licensing, section 74-245 for business fees. and section 74-250 windshield decals. And we didn't find anything on those. We questioned a couple of them. I made a couple phone calls and it was squared away. It was just a misinterpreted, could read somebody's writing. But the fees committee did not have any problem with that. That's the word we from you tonight. The second thing though, the committee did ask if when we do the red box, we should do a separate ordinance on that. The red box says one with all the video DVDs. Just doesn't fall into the category of any of the ones that we have previously listed. So I will get rid of the attorneys and write a separate ordinance for the red box. That's the one that's down at Walgreens. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Intergovernmental Relations Committee, trustee Burgess.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple of things. First of all, I'd like to remind everyone about the Congressman Kelly is hosting a housing expo to assist homeowners and first-time home buyers. It's going to be she's hosting it. It will include people that need loan modifications and property tax appeals, and also to inform first-time home buyers about down payment assistance programs and other housing opportunities. It's going to be this Saturday. So if anyone would like to come out, it will be at Victory Apostolic Church in Matson, 208 Matson Avenue. That's right there by I-57. If you take the expressway, if you take 30 over, you'll kind of see it right there, right off of I-57. But I just want to remind everyone it's from 9:30 to 1. And it's hosted by her office. Also, I just wanted to say that in regards to getting in touch with our I don't know how to say this, but getting in touch and getting our legislators to help us out and things, we have to, as citizens, have to come and hopefully whenever we get them or we have problems, we should contact them. Now, we can contact them through the mayor, but they need to hear from us. They need to hear from us if we have anything. The mayor does bring things to them, but a lot of times the residents need to come out or need to get in touch with them. If you need to get in touch with the representatives, we do have phone numbers, and I think they're on the website and things like that. But you got to understand, we have 3 representatives for the village, 2 senators, and 2 state senators. That means we're split up pretty much. But if they don't hear that we have problems, I know the mayor talks, I talk, but a lot of times they want to hear the residents. So I will be at a later date giving out letters that you can write to them and let them know that some of the things that we need to bring here to the village, and help. When the mayor does have a long list of items. But a lot of times that's, they look at that one thing, but we need to get behind this as a village to let these representatives know that we need that government money. Even though we're split up, we're still the village. Even though we're split up between 3 representatives and 2 state senators, we still need them to know that we need representation from Sauk Village. And with that, Mayor, that is my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Neighborhood Watch Committee, trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to announce that we had a great meeting on yesterday with the Neighborhood Watch. I want to thank all of those that came out and participated with the program that we are launching, the No Texting While Driving Pledge. We have several pledges that's been turned in, as well as the No Bullying Pledge that we have adopted up under the Neighborhood Watch program. We have reached out to other entities in regard to the No Bullying Pledge, and they are all favorable. Also, the pledges for the No Texting While Driving are favorable. We'll be able to pick those up in the foyer out front on the table during the board meeting, so you can see myself. They're also available at the library. I thought that they were going to be in the Salt Talk, but it is the mentioning of the programs in the Salt Talk. And I understand that it might be up on the website, the actual pledge.
And it refers to the article where they can be found.
Okay. So all of these different avenues we have available to be able to participate in. We're going to be announcing, we have a pending date, we're going to start actually posting the names of those citizens and friends to this community that are going to take the pledge for no texting while driving as well as no bullying. So we can start posting those names after we talk to the mayor in the foyer just for 30 to 45 days to acknowledge that they are on board. And we are also happy to announce as the Committee for the Neighborhood Watch is the new song out called Happy by Pharrell Williams. Is being played all over everywhere. If you watch the Oscars, it was all over the Oscars. It's being played all over. And we're going to be shooting a video, and it's just indicative to that we are believing and helping to work hard as a committee to turn the perception of Sauk Village around. The Neighborhood Watch program is working very diligently, so we're going to be shooting a videotape. And if any of you all want to be in it, you are welcome to see me after the meeting. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Public Relations, Community Outreach Partnership Committees. Trustee Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of items. The Student Government Day winners have been notified. Letters did go out to the school, so I'd like to take the time to thank all the judges who were there to help participate in the judging process. And Student Government Day will be 2 weeks from tonight. So I just want to remind everybody that it is, if you haven't ever participated in it, it's a really fun event to see the kids up here and basically take our roles and do what we do. And I'd just like to remind everybody who has a report during a regular board meeting to make sure that you have your reports to me in electronic form by next week, Friday. That is the absolute deadline, next week, Friday. And just remember that these are 8th graders. Can we please keep the reports as uncomplicated and concise as possible? Concise, people, concise. Make sure that we only have the kids, they're going to be able to project. They don't do the best at projecting sometimes. The microphones kind of throw them off balance a little bit, so we want to make sure that they have their reports. And next week, Friday. In electronic form, please, because we tend to make them a little bit bigger so they can, it's easier for them to read. So if you just email it to me, or if you give me a copy, I might retype it if it's not too long, if it's concise. Just as a reminder, again, concise. And that concludes my report for that. Oh, I'm sorry, there will be a reception afterwards, but just want to remind everybody. That concludes my report for public relations. Community outreach partnerships. We did not have a meeting tonight. The meeting was canceled due to the fact that we had a special meeting earlier. That was announced, but I do thank Chief Williams for coming. Apparently that announcement was not conveyed, so thank you very much for coming on time, raring to go. Best meeting ever. There will not be a community outreach partnership meeting this month due to the possibility of a special meeting next week, and then Student Government Day. And I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off that day, so I don't think we'll have time to have a meeting beforehand. So we will be looking for next month to have a meeting. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to reports of committees and commissions. Fire Department 911 Commission, Chief Stockbridge.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. Over the past 2 weeks, the fire department responded to 22 calls. 3 vehicle fires, 10 fire alarms, 4 medical assists, 1 water shut off, and 4 car accidents. Lastly, also I would like to let the board and the residents know that we received $25,950 grant from the State Fire Marshal's Office for 10 sets of new gear. We're waiting for the 3 bids to come in, and so we can award the bid and get that process moving.
Didn't you go to general fund, right?
And I think if I remember, I signed it, right? So everything's been signed and passed, so you got it? Good. So, is that it?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know if you had more good news, I mean, that was great. All right, move to police department, Chief Levis.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wait a couple minutes, little unexpected development. A while Eventually, the K-9 unit is recertified, and today was our first day back on the street. So we can all rejoice over that. And like everybody remembers St. Patrick's Day, I put those flyers out the last meeting. Don't drink and drive. Watch yourselves out there. There'll be plenty of law enforcement, not only in South Dakota, but across the entire state. Also, I'd like to report that middle of last week, South Village Police Department executed a search warrant over on Peterson Avenue. That search warrant resulted in the seizure of 4 dogs that were bred for fighting. The owner was also arrested and charged with several counts of animal cruelty. So I just take a minute, just like to introduce Chad Frederickson to everybody. Chad, please go ahead. Okay, how do you know? So these are 2 that you'll be seeing on the street now from today forward. Chad, come out, come on out front so we can get a little video of that.
He is 3. He just turned 3 in February. Celebrate that a little bit, couple bones.
Did they have a vest for the dog?
We are currently, there's actually, I believe, a fundraiser going on in South Village for one. Yeah. And also, Groupon, I don't know if you guys are aware that they're doing a huge fundraiser for canines, for Can Rico, who's a can that passed away in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they donated up to $330,000 for money for the vest. And they're just giving vests all out through the United States for canines. And I put my application, and they said it's just good, so just hoping to get back with them. So.
What is the dog's name?
Falco. Falco with K, F-A-L-K-O.
Did you say that again?
Falco, F-A-L-K-O.
Thanks, Chad.
The chief gave me the opportunity to leave prior to him arriving.
All of our new swag cars have been outfitted
Right, the chief's going to finish his report. Go ahead, Chief.
All right. All new squad cars have been recently outfitted with new rifle racks. That was at no cost to the village. Money rifle racks was paid for out of the drug seizure account. Also like to advise the citizens of the board that expired bulletproof vests for some of our officers have been ordered. The cost is not offset by our recently awarded vest brand. So that will save the village several $1,000s. I'd also like to announce during our restructuring process at the police department, sat down with the staff along with the records clerk. We decided to change some of the records time for the convenience of the citizen. We're going to try an experimental program right now where we're going to have records open on the weekend. So the village clerk would like to record his new hours for the records at the police department. Monday and Tuesday are closed. Wednesday through Thursday, hours are 9 to 5. And Saturday and Sunday, we'll have hours from 10 to 2. This will alleviate some of the problems that our records clerks have during the week being, so, I want to say not overworked, but there's just a lot of things going on that she can't keep up with, so we sent out about the weekend hours. Also, new respirators that were issued to us at no cost by the Department of Homeland Security. They were all issued to the officers at the last meeting. So all of our officers now are equipped with respirators, or as people more commonly known as gas masks. Also, I'd just like to announce to some of the citizens who are very supportive of our first responders. A fellow by the name of Andy Collins, some of you may recognize his name. He was the brother of fallen MIT police officer Sean Collier, who was killed by the Boston Marathon bombers. Several months after Sean's brother was killed, he was able to get 2 United States congressmen to introduce a bill into the House of Representatives for National First Responders Day. It's been positively accepted by the House, and we're expecting it to pass with a landslide. However, up until that time, we're asking that all the citizens go to the website www.change.org/first responders. I'll give it one more time. It's www.change.org/first responders. If any private citizen can go to that website and sign a petition voting for first responders day. Very quickly, I'll finish up here. I'd just like to report that over the last 2 weeks, the police department has responded to 709 calls for service, 146 of those being traffic, 86 other service, 39 domestics, 49 burglar alarms, 40 ambulance calls, and 95 building checks. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Chief. I think we've had 2 great reports in a row. The people have realized all the work that the department heads are doing. We heard the fire chief talk about the $25,000 grant for the year, and just in Chief Levis's report, talking about the bulletproof vest grant, talking about the gas masks, talking about the rifle racks being put inside the cars at no cost to the village. So I would personally make sure they do an open thank you to the department heads for all the work that you're doing to offset the amount that needs to be done in the budget. Make sure you know how to get those grants that are available. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Move to see here, administrative service, Mr. Zinsky.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a few things to update you guys on. Animal license go on sale April 1st. Several tickets have been written to the 2 businesses in Sauk Village that have broken the sign ordinance. Probably about 6 tickets have been written to date. Code enforcement wrote 115 tickets for February. We're going to have a zoning hearing March 24th at 7 p.m. here for a text amendment, which establishes the 180-day moratorium that the village board just passed. I guess we have to do it in front of the zoning board also to make it stick. I talked to George Panels today, and the lease was signed today for the restaurant. They're planning on opening April 1st. Level Sport Bar, he's planning on opening April 1st too. He's ran into some problems with the roof leaking after he's done some of his remodeling. The daycare. Mother Goose, the girl who was running the daycare, is no longer going to be running it. I talked to Ellen Pfefferman today. The original woman, Gina McNeil, it's a good possibility that she's going to be back running that. It ran really good when she was there. So he said it's looking real promising for that. And I think that concludes my report.
Thank you very much.
No, I just have a couple question about the sign. You said you gave them 2 tickets. Which one is this? Is this Just Phones?
Just Phones and Moose Mobile have been cited for the temporary sign ordinance. They finally shut off the flashing signs, but they have all those temporary signs in the front windows. You can't even see in the stores. It's 25%, that's what they're allowed, and they're at 100 or more. So they've been written about 4 tickets apiece.
Okay. I'm just wondering, since you've done that so far, what would be the next step after? I mean, you just keep issuing tickets or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unless you just want me to close them.
No, I mean, no, it's not that. I mean, we may have to come in, I mean, you may have to, if we, I don't know, we have to go in there and actually take the signs down or?
Well, we had spoke to the young lady that several occasions before the tickets and letter even went out. She came in here and I explained to her about the flashing sign, and she just doesn't listen. So I sent the letters out to the businesses that were in violation. A few of them corrected all the problems and it looks much better. Those two phone companies still haven't listened. So they will get a ticket every week and the fine will just keep escalating until they're at $7.50. And if they don't pay them, they're gonna go to collections.
I was gonna ask you, now, are these tickets court tickets or they're just fine?
They're J tickets and they're at the adjudication court at night.
Good.
They will be up in court probably next month, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Washington.
The businesses that have those white lights around the businesses, those are fine.
I can't find anywhere in the ordinances that, they're not.
Right.
That's not what we're getting tickets for.
Okay.
Those lights are white, but I haven't received any complaints from residential areas that they're affecting. So that's not even, I haven't even talked about those. I can't find anything in the code.
Well, I'm at,
As long as they're not flashing or
Yeah.
chasing each other.
right, I'm glad because I've noticed in other cities and villages that they have those now around businesses. I guess it's a new fad to help draw people to come to the stores to shop. And it does look nice. And if you're driving down the street and it's just one complete strip mall, those lights will get your attention to look over at the business. So I see in other cities and other villages that businesses are putting those around. So I was just hoping that we weren't talking about.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about those posters they have all over, where you can't even see in the store.
Anything else?
Just quickly, update for Fairway. I know that you didn't say everything. Fairway Foods. You haven't heard anything? Because I hadn't heard that thinking about leaving.
They haven't contacted me.
Okay. All right.
It's been a rumor for a while, but they haven't contacted us yet. Last time I was in there, probably about a month or two ago, they said they were not going anywhere, but that didn't get any final word yet. Move to Finance Director, Mr. Earl.
Mr. Mayor, yesterday we received the P.L.A.N towards first installment about $330,000 that has been deposited into water bank account. And the next thing is, about 50 days ago.
Can't hear you.
About 50 days ago, Cindy Wagner received a check for about $50, because she got a fraudulent credit card which was lying on the desk, and she turned it over to the credit card company. In return, they awarded her with $50. She duly turned it back into the village towards crediting towards miscellaneous income, as the city employees are not supposed to get any reward or any award from any sources. So she duly turned it into the village towards miscellaneous income and get up in the deposit into the bank account. The third but not the least is the audit, the draft audit for 2012 is going to be again. The draft audit for 2012 fiscal year is going to be done on March 17th, and I'm expecting it to be here on March 17th, and I will keep you posted. Attention,
Again, that's just the draft.
Right.
So probably after we receive the draft, we'll bring it again, probably about 15.
3 days.
So you'll have to review it, but probably about 15 days before the board of So, again, additional reviews and stuff that can be done once we receive the draft.
What date is it due in?
17.
Of April?
Right? March.
Yeah, and the next audit will start the coming Monday. The auditors are going to be here, and they'll start it. They're planning to be finished by the end of at least May 31st.
I'm sorry, May 31st?
May 31st.
I believe you want to see it. I can't say too much because that's what I do for a living. So, inequality. So my job is going into audits on suppliers. So kind of frustrating when I see someone else doing what I do with suppliers. So, but they're doing their job. When something comes up that they have a question about, they ask a question, and dig deeper and deeper and deeper until they get a final answer. So, they are doing their job, and again, some of these audits have taken quite a bit of time, but they're out there asking for questions, they're asking for additional information, and providing the information. I would say it's part of an audit, especially when you have someone coming in from the outside auditing. That's their job, to dig, and continue digging. That's what they've done. They've done a lot. Thank you very much. Move to Sauk Village Homeland Security Agency, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board. Over the last 2 weeks, as we responded to 26 calls, which consisted of 4 car accidents, 8 fire alarms, 1 mobile assist, 8 school patrols, 1 semi-truck on fire, brakes on fire, 1 water shut off, 2 vehicle fires, and 1 assist on their agency. And just to make everybody aware of this, if they're not, we're talking about possible 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour, starting about 10 p.m. with possible blizzard conditions tonight. And just a reminder too that March and April and May is the start of tornado season.
You have any more joyful news that you want to tell us, sir?
We're in sunshine tonight. Wow.
Get ready for the blizzard tonight, and next around the corner is tornadoes. Thank you very much. All righty. Move to Human Relations Commission, Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mayor. Real quick, just want to remind everybody that the Human Relations Commission meets the first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock right here at the Village Hall. We have a date pending for our diversity workshop, and when we have more information, we will make it available to you. We do have 2 commissioners here tonight, Steve and Frank. If you have any questions, you can see them after the meeting as well, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee. Housing Commission, Commissioner Holcomb. All of our mics are down, so let's speak loud.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This Thursday at 7 p.m. there'll be a housing meeting here in the boardroom. Also, I want to let everybody know back on the back table here, not on the main table, just the lobby. On April 5th from 9 a.m. to noon, there'll be a free seminar for rent to own. So anybody that's renting that would really like to own a home, their bank is coming out with counselors and everything. And right now they have, for people that live in the apartments and stuff, they have 34 homes that are available. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. Move to Senior Committee, Ms. Langston.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to announce that today was the last day to purchase tickets for this next Tuesday's meeting, the luncheon miracle draw with Steve Lidell at the keyboard. And just to let people know, the doors open at 11:30 a.m. Your senior chair exercise is on Wednesday, 10:30 to 11:30, Fridays, 10 to 11 a.m. And senior legal assistant is by appointment every 4th Tuesday. Blood pressure screening every 3rd Wednesday by appointment. We still continue their SHIP, that's Illinois Senior Insurance Program Counseling. They still have free tax preparation for low-income families. They do April 15th in a multi-purpose room. And that's done by the preparation by the Center for Economic Progress. They have IRS certified volunteers on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 and on Saturday at 10 a.m. They do that on a first-come, first-served basis, and their tax site is closed and capacity is reached. Of course, Boone Township continues with their ARP tax for the seniors. You can call Boone Township for additional information or service. There is a mobile tax service free to South Suburban and Indiana students. You do need to contact Jamie at 708-977-8687. And also a reminder,
McConaughey Library only carries tax form, they don't do preparation of tax. They did receive a grant for e-books, so if you have a Kindle Fire or an iPad, the library will help you get to apply for the e-books. The Cedar Senior Opportunities and Service Program provides for Boone Township seniors age 60 and older. They have various locations in Chicago Heights, Linwood, and Stager at various hours, Monday through Friday. You do need to call 312-254-6096. Denise Chaffee, she's the CETA Senior Advocate for appointment. Just to let you know, Franciscan St. James Health is sponsoring a free day of dance 2014 at 6 p.m. on Thursday, March 13th at St. James and Wellness Institute, 197th Place, Chicago Heights. They have many free heart health screening, raffles, and refreshment. You can call 800-785-2637 or visit their website, franciscanstjames.org, Day of Dance for reservation. The senior committee still continues to sponsor blood pressure screening on the first Monday. The next one is April 7th from 1 to 2, and every first Monday. Our book exchange continues thanks to our recent donors. Yesterday we had approximately 19 attending the Qigong demonstration by our village resident, Brian Townsend. We also have blood pressure and a very delicious lunch on our monthly movie. Many thanks to McConaughey Library for hosting the event. This coming Friday, March 14th, is open senior social activity at 12 p.m. I want to let you know that Brian Thompson invites seniors to attend the Qigong and Tai Chi for seniors on Friday, March 21st from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Glenwood Library. Fun Club continues to meet every second and fourth Sunday at 3 p.m. Sunshiner's next meeting is March 17th. They're going to have a potluck at 5 p.m. and they're meeting at 7. Leisure Timers have canceled their beef sandwich meal and meeting tomorrow night, March 12th. That's due to the weather. The Leisure Timers' next meeting is Wednesday, March 26th, and every second and fourth Wednesday at 5 p.m. Ceramics continues to meet every Wednesday, 8 to 11. South Village Bluegrass every Sunday from 6 to 10. The Golden Agers' next meeting is March 19th at Jones Community Center. That's 220 East 15th Street, Chicago Heights. They have a 10 a.m. social hour with snacks, 10:30 a.m. meeting with lunch. The lunch will consist of soup, corned beef and cabbage, carrots, fried red peppermint ice cream, coffee, tea, and hot chocolate at 11:30. The Fall Prevention Program by VCP Home Health Care. The cost for the lunch is $5. Reservation call 708-757-5395. Their annual dues are $5. The next senior committee will be this Thursday, March 13th at 5 p.m. The committee's 6th chili cook-off is scheduled for Saturday, March 29th. We are still looking for chili chef. Thank you. This ends my report.
Thank you very much. All I know, for some of us that do not get to eat before this meeting, we're going to have to stop talking about all that food because I'm very hungry. All right, move to consent agenda. First, as I asked the trustees if there's anything I'd like to remove, I'd like to also remove item E from the consent agenda. Is there anyone else? No, we don't get to it. There was a duplicate. When this was put on there, we did not have the ordinance numbers. We added the ordinance numbers under item I, so that was a accidental duplicate. So I apologize for that. Is there anything else that any of the trustees have any issues with the consent agenda? Not seeing any or hearing any, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended. Motion is there a second? Okay, motion and a second. Madam Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Hoskins.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So that said, I'd like to ask if Mr. Jack Todd and Ms. Sharon Novak can come forward. Swearing in as zoning board commissioners.
They're not sworn in yet.
I see
They're
my
not sworn
next
in yet.
secretary.
So she's coming up right here, she's not swearing in.
To the office of zoning board commissioner in the village of Sauk Village in the county of Cook and Will. Aforesaid. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of zoning board commissioner.
When you're done with her, you need to come see me.
If you need something to help you sleep at night, share with me, make sure you have a lot of material to help you sleep at night. Just so we have for the record, first of all, I'd like to thank both Mr. Todd and Ms. Nowak for volunteering. This is a volunteer position, so thank you very much. And just for the record, just so we have their dates correct, item J was for Jack Todd, and item K was for Sharon Nowak. So it's their, filling those unexpired terms. All right, move to new business. Under item A, motion to approve accounts payable and disbursements for February 26, 2014 through March 11, 2014. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Is there any questions or comments?
I have a question.
Trustee Burgess.
Yes, Mohan, I did ask you earlier about the copies for the lawyers. I also I didn't get a chance to look at the back page. For TIF number 4, the services that were rendered by Baxter and Woodman. Could I get a detailed accounting? I mean, I'm just wanting to know what they did in TIF 4. So all that that's Kane McKenna and Baxter. I know what the other one is, the audit, but Kane McKenna and Baxter and Woodman, I just wanted to know what they did.
I can provide you the copies tomorrow morning.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Trustee Burgess. You're done, right, Trustee?
Yes, I am.
Trustee Burgess.
Chief, I have a question for you regarding the police department. It's page number 4. First one is under operating supplies, 1197. The ammunition, I see there is $4,050.30. And then as you go down the page, there's another ammunition charge under tools and equipment for the same thing for $2,164.92. Can you explain to me why it's been separated?
That may be a question for Mr. Mohan. You just want to know why it's separated under the line items?
Because it was dictated by the...
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Let me quickly start.
Probably shouldn't have, if they have the type of rep or whatever, but the other thing being is that two large purchases at different times, one was in September, and the other one being in January, the second one.
Okay, because I see it under, like, it's like under, one is under operating supplies, and the other one is under tools and equipment.
Yeah, all I can tell you is it had to be a typographic error.
I mean, I see the number is still the same, 1197, but I was just questioning
I
that.
had to tell you it was just not operating.
The other question that I have here is, same page, under vehicle expenses, we have 2 car wash bills. One is for Soft Trail Car Wash for $64, and then as we go down to the last one, Aqua Express Car Wash for $168. Is there a reason why we're utilizing two
Yes,
car wash?
if you would also look at the dates on there, you'll see that they're quite different. We are paying late on the Soft Trail Car Wash bill, and during our restructuring of the police department, we went to Aqua Car Wash for the same as an enormous amount of money.
Okay, because I'm looking at here, the dates are like October 31st, and the other one here says October 25th. So which one are we using?
We're using Aqua Car Wash now, yes.
We are using Aqua.
Yes, the only thing, very seldom we use Soft Trail Car Wash is going to be the vehicle detail for funeral parade, special detail.
And when do the patrol cars go over there? I mean, is there a schedule that they go over there, or is it kind of as needed as the vehicles get dirty?
Very much as needed, with all the supervisors are made aware of not to be out of control.
Okay.
It's monitored regularly by the supervisors.
Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, our police cars and intermunicipal vehicles are calling cars, so we definitely want to, I'm not complaining about that. I just want to understand the 2 different ones, but our calling card is our vehicle, so yes, I should look at it. Thank you.
No, the vehicles do look good. Any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, Village Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Poskett.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item number 8, miscellaneous comments from the mayor and board of trustees. Trustee Myers. Trustee Morgan.
Not to pick on the chief. On the way in, I noticed that there must have been an accident on Sauk Trail and Torrance Avenue. I don't know when it happened, but there's a lot of debris still left on the road right in front of Title Mix, that's it. There's still a lot of debris, so whoever the tow service was, that I think they should come back and clean all that debris up. I think that's one of the responsibilities of the tow service, to clean up that debris, so somebody doesn't get a flat tire.
Trustee Parsons? Trustee Washington?
Just want to announce that the Human Relations Commission meeting is going to be on the 17th, which is this coming Monday at 7 p.m. So we would like to encourage all of you all to come to the Human Relations Commission meeting at 7 right here at the Village Hall this coming Monday. Thank you.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just want to say to the board members and to the mayor, thank you guys for coming out to my church to meet Carla Francis George. I appreciate, I didn't know you guys were going to come at the last minute, but I appreciate you guys showing up and showing them that, showing the Cardinal and the St. James that we do care. I appreciate that, and I also welcome you back anytime that you want to come by. But I appreciate you guys coming by. And also, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk, I thought you knew that he was coming out. Next time something like that happens, I'll make sure it gets to you, because that was a pretty big thing. I think that would be his last, I guess, a round of whatever, because he's getting ready to get replaced. So that was a great thing. That's only the second time since I've been a captain that I've met in our tradition. So that was kind of
Did you
great.
pass the word out to the church secretary as well?
Yes, I thought Pam said something, but she said she asked you about asked that, and I'd also like to thank her.
She didn't ask me.
Oh.
She might have talked to the fire department, so she didn't ask me.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, okay. So she said that someone called and said that the mayor was coming. Okay, but I'd like to thank Esther also. Esther did a great job out there, even though it wasn't as crowded as they thought it was going to be. There was still the presence for them. And then they called Richmond, I think it was Richmond Park that came out too. Rich Township, okay, they came out to direct traffic, but I appreciate that. And next time something like that happens, I'll make sure that you get it. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee, and again, I'd like to say it was a great service on Sunday. It was an opportunity and an honor to meet the cardinal, so, again, I was glad I was able to find out about it, and again, I did contact Pam, I texted her, asked her if it was okay if I attended, so, she did know I was coming, but, I think it was a beautiful service, and I had a good time. I just want to let the board know that this last Saturday, I attended Senator Mark Kirk's Mayor's Roundtable. We met in Overland Park and was able to talk to the senator. We provided him with some of our improvements, some of the white pages that we have, especially when it comes to the infrastructure. We presented $5.1 million worth of infrastructure improvements we requested. We also, at least I was also able to present him with $1.9 million, if I remember, of road improvements. And during the roundtable, they allowed all the mayors to speak. We talked about some of the things that are affecting our communities. And it seems like all the mayors have a lot of the same issues. We talked about economic development. And one thing worked out was great for us, especially in South Village, is most of the mayors sitting around the table are mayors from the south suburbs, plus there's also some mayors up in the northwest suburbs. But we talked about how we not only have to compete with Illinois, especially living in South Village, we have to compete with Will County, but we also have to compete with Indiana. So it's one of the things that we brought up to the senator's attention. And we all, and again, all the mayors spoke up, talked about the aggressive economic development team that Indiana has and what we have to face when we're dealing with trying to either recruit or retain businesses in our community. The other thing that a lot of communities talked about was the infrastructure. You talk about roads. So we all were hit hard this last winter, trying to make sure we repair potholes, repair roads. South Village is not the only community, probably just about every community talked about the road situation. Everything we talked about was water, believe it or not. Every community, we had to bring up about some of the good points that South Village was able to do what we started with the volunteer sold to the IPA, getting our wells up and upgraded. But a lot of communities that are sitting there have Lake Michigan water. And they were reaching out to the senator because of the rates being raised. And it's affecting them. And the rates will continue to raise all the way to 2019. And they were talking to the senator about there needs to be some federal control over Lake Michigan. So it's interesting to hear the mayors who have Lake Michigan water versus the mayors who don't have Lake Michigan water talking about especially the rate increases and things like that. So it should be interesting to see what the senator does. He's willing to champion the cause because right now, currently in this area, you have two communities that are controlling that water. That's Chicago and that's Hammond, Indiana. And they're taking free water out of the lake and they're charging these municipalities, and the rates will continue to go up over the years. So, you know, when I hear some of these mayors, what they're paying and what it's going to be estimated they're paying by the time they get to 2019, is unbelievable. So, we talked about that. And there's a lot of things we talked about crime in our communities. The senator has a great big push about crime, and I've got some grants through his office I'm going to be giving to the chief, especially when it talks about for drug enforcement. Talked about the 3 top drugs that we currently have, and heroin right now is a big issue in our communities. So we had a good meeting. In fact, the meeting lasted longer. The senator spent a lot of time with the mayors. When you look at our state senators, we're working with Senator Napoleon Harris, and we're trying to come up with a date where we can have a meet and greet or a town hall meeting. We decided exactly what he wants to do, but he wants to come out and meet the residents of South Village, so he's excited about that. So we're working on getting that done. And it was already mentioned that there may be a special meeting next week. It's highly that there will be a special meeting here next week at 6 o'clock. So I should make sure it's at 6 o'clock. So it's a high possibility because we have a presentation that I'm working on coming in, so they have access, they can come in early. once I confirm that with the agenda. So, with that said, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.